Hey y'all, welcome. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Welcome back to my channel. I am. Oh, actually, I just picked the perfect time to vlog because I just got back from a doctor's appointment, so I can update you guys with that. I also have a game I could play with y'all as far as like, asking questions and well, not y'all asking questions, but let me get the game. Hold on. Move. Go. Oi. Go. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I just had an ultrasound appointment today. The baby is weighing 6 pounds and 10 ounces. Whew. I don't know if that means he's big, but Anyway, y'all, so I have these cards that I got from Marshall's, right? Marshall's, yeah. And I have they're like collectibles, and I thought they were like the cutest things to get. You could play with your friends, you could play with your partner, you could play with family. They have different topics like friendships, date night, happiness, therapy ones. They have like a ton of them. So when I saw these, I just thought they were really cool to have, so I got them. So I'm gonna just pick randomly and answer questions. I might jump around just because that's how my mind functions, just going from one topic to the other. So excuse me if I do that. But before we get started, yeah. So the baby is weighing at 6 pounds, 10 ounces. Everything looks good. Everything looks great. It was a pretty quick appointment. We do have another appointment on Friday because, well, your weekly prenatal appointment that you're supposed to have. We have that coming up this Friday. I've already been dilated a centimeter. This was about, was it last week? Whenever I got into my car accident was the day that we found out we were dilated a centimeter. So, yeah. So that's that. Anywho, yeah. So I'm gonna pick randomly a card. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background acting crazy, but okay. So the topic is criticizing others leads to less happiness with yourself. That is very true. It says, what's the best way you found to deal with criticism? So let y'all read the question. And then the back. Okay. So, if y'all want to know, the name of these cards are table topics. And they have different categories and topics to talk about. Anyway, it says, what's the best way you found to deal with criticism? To be honest, I haven't always been receptive of criticism. Unless it's like constructive criticism, depending on who's delivering the criticism. I think that has a lot to do with it being so that, it really all depends on the delivery of the criticism itself. But again, whether it's a good delivery or a bad delivery, I haven't always been receptive to it. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. I have to do better with that though, just because it is what it is. You know, you can't please everyone. And that's kind of not the point of life. You're not really here to make everyone happy, and sometimes you're gonna mess up, and you just gotta learn, do better, and, you know, pick up from your mistakes so that you don't make them again. But I don't really have, like, really, there's no really specific way that I deal with it. I kind of just either accept it or don't accept it, and then move on. Next one is, optimistic people are liked better by others. Back of the question says, who's the most optimistic person you know? I would say, who's the most optimistic person? Let's see. I really don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Several studies have shown having a pet can reduce stress and promote happiness. What made each of your past pets special? Now, I have 3 dogs. I have my Shih Tzu Chihuahua and 2 German Shepherds. And I will say that having 3 dogs sometimes can be a lot, but also it teaches you, like, responsibility and, like, taking care of someone other than yourself and having, like, a set routine in your day-to-day life. So, you know, me being a new mom, you know, with my child not here yet, you get a sense of that love and attention that they, you know, are gonna want and need and crave. But definitely having, like, pets are a good thing. You know, they're comforting. Sometimes they can be annoying, or they can get on your nerves for whatever reason, and that's just me being completely honest. But there's other days where I'm just like, I don't know what life would be like without them. Like, it would be completely weird to not have, you know, pets. I've had pets in the future, I mean in the past, that I no longer have now. But because of, you know, things that were out of my control, we weren't able to keep them. I wasn't able to keep them. And, you know, part of having pets is knowing how big of a responsibility it is, and knowing that training is, like, at an all-time importance with having an animal, dedicating time, you know, investing time, setting routines for them. Even if you think that an animal is just supposed to be in the house all day created, like, that's just not the case. Like, if you have an animal or a pet, like, well, yeah, same difference. But if you have a pet, you have to treat them as if you would be taking care of a child. You know, they have to eat, they have to go out, they have to drink water, they have to have time to, like, play and get exercise. You have to walk them. You know, only difference is that they don't freaking talk. But aside from that, you know. Okay, next question. Limit the number of things you think about when falling asleep. Facts. So that's a good one, because me personally, there's times where I can go to sleep or be prepping to go to bed. That looks like a deodorant stain, and it's not, and it's irking me. I don't know why it looks like that. But anyway, it says, when you shut your eyes at night, what do you think about? Me personally, I think about everything. I think about things from years ago. I think about the future. I think about things that are currently happening. I think about so much to the point where you kind of either put yourself in a bad mood prior to then going to sleep and giving yourself like anxiety, or like you're just, you're thinking too much, to where it's like, okay, depending on the kind of day that you had prior to, going to bed, you can kind of ruin it for yourself. So it's definitely important to not crowd your thoughts with things that are out of your control, or things that have happened already and there's literally nothing you can do about it, or things that will happen, but at that point you gotta think about it during times where there's time to do that, not when you're trying to rest yourself, put your body to rest, put your mind at ease, and relax, because that kind of defeats the purpose if you can't. Part of relaxing and taking care of yourself is getting rest, getting a good amount of sleep, and you can't do that if you're taking that away from yourself by drowning in your thoughts. That's something that I have to learn how to manage. But it says, get safe levels of sun for natural endorphins and vitamin D, which promote happiness. Do you ever eat outside lunch? I have in the past eaten outside, but me personally, I'm like a no bug person. Like, I don't want to have my food outside and be, having flies and all that around me. But I'm definitely like a picnic kind of girl, so I don't mind it. It just really depends on the weather, the day, and like, it just depends. There. Like, okay, for instance, y'all, perfect example that I'm glad he just did that. So part of having an animal, depending on how like attentive they are to certain things, they'll warn you if they hear something, if someone's around, or if someone's knocking at your door, whatever the case is. Like, they'll let you know before even it happening, or before you even knowing. So sometimes that gives me anxiety, because I either worry like, oh my god, like, does he hear something I don't hear? Or there's times where there isn't anyone at my door and he's just barking, and I'm just like, what's happening? Like, I'm like paranoid, freaking out. But yeah, y'all. So anyway, it says, when do you get your best ideas? Writing down your thoughts and ideas on a regular basis has been shown to make you feel more content. Now, I have done this in the past where I honestly, okay, share the question. So me personally, I am a woman of many ideas. Like, I kid you not, I couldn't make it up even if I wanted to. What is this? Oh, I couldn't make it up if I wanted to, but I literally get like drowned in my thoughts and my ideas and things that I want to do, things that I want to pursue. And sometimes I do write it down. I'll get myself organized as to how I would want to like pursue it, how I would want to like create it and start it. And sometimes, I forget, or I just put it off to the side, but I definitely do write things down. I actually do have tons of notebooks that I have used and have not used. But as far as that, the question was, when do you get your best ideas? So my best ideas really just come to me at a random. Typically when I'm busy doing something that I should be focusing on, I'll get an idea to do something completely different, and then I'm just like, oh my god, like, if I did this, like, and that's another thing, y'all. When I get an idea to do something, I have to do it right then and there, or it's the next event, like, opportunity that I have to get it done. Like, it drives me insane because I become either impatient and I kind of just want things to happen right then and there, like, but it's not good to be like that either, because with patience, things will come and things will work out. Let's see, next question. Have you ever tried to regularly take quiet time for yourself? Meditate. So I've taken time to myself. Time to myself for me basically is doing things that I enjoy that bring me happiness, even if it's like going to the stores, not spending money, but still going to the stores, being in an environment that I enjoy being in. You know, for me, I used to use retail therapy as a legit therapeutic way of dealing with my problems, keeping me busy, keeping me happy, because that's really what I enjoyed. Now I'm finding different ways, because since my accident and since I've been pregnant, you know, you gotta slow yourself down, not really be out and about anymore. And now with me, after the accident, I don't drive. I've chosen not to drive just because I feel like that was kind of God's way of saying, yo, sit down, stay in the house, just chill. Because honestly, you guys, during my pregnancy, I haven't had like a lazy phase yet, like a lazy stage, like where I'm just like, I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna sit down. Like, if I find something to do, I'm gonna do it. Like, even if it's pertaining to like just the baby stuff, like the baby's nursery, or if it's like me doing something, you know, for myself. Like, I find something to do to keep me busy, and if not, I'll be watching, you know, my favorite show, Friends. And that to me is like time to myself to really enjoy what I like to enjoy on my own time, not really have anything or anyone, you know, in the way of that, and just being able to do what makes me happy. But I've never really thought of meditating, just because I don't really know quite how I would get into that, or if that would honestly work for me. I mean, I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure if I did, I may enjoy it. It says real happiness is cheap enough, yet how dearly we pay for its counterfeit. What one thing would make you happy? Right now, having my son. Like, I'm happy right now, you know, you live to see another day. You can't be, there's nothing else you can really be too upset about. Obviously, there's things you could be upset about, but right now, I'm just more so focused that my son is coming any day now. And the fact that I've prayed for a son and got him, like, that's really all I can think about. But yeah, y'all, that's all for the questions, because these are getting a little deep. But I have to use the bathroom. My son is kicking like crazy. Y'all, I do have some stretch marks right here. So they might be a little bit crazy when he comes out. But he's like, whew, in there, driving me insane. But yeah, guys, that's all for this video for right now. I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I know my energy don't really be too crazy on here, but given the circumstances, if you're supporting anyway and watching anyway, thank you. I will see you guys in the next video. And y'all, I have not been editing or anything. I've really just been giving y'all raw, uncut, unedited videos, because I feel like the more real and authentic like I am with y'all, I feel like the better. I feel like it'll feel like we're on FaceTime rather than you watching a YouTube video. So that's like the vibe I'm going for right now, until I can really get back into editing and doing it how I used to. Right now, this is what works for me. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram as well. I'll link everything below. I've been forgetting to do that, but I'll try.